What if you're a business owner and you are dealing with the death of both your parents? And I'm not saying that they have died at the same time, but what if they actually both have died? So do you believe that you really need to take time off, like 24/7? Or do you believe that since you're a business owner, it would help you to be, even if it's only a little bit involved? So this is day 5 of having lost my mom. She died on Monday before noon. It's Friday right now. And I can honestly say that having been in touch with my peers and also having been able to do some of my work actually has kept me sane. So earlier today, I said to someone, I wish things were back to normal again. And of course, that normal won't include my mom anymore. But it would be nice to feel back to feel like myself again. And by connecting with my peers, that helps me to take my mind off things, even if it's just for a short while. So the way I usually tend to go about it is I start the day when I wake up with checking in with some of my clients. I also do some phone calls to make sure that the things which are ongoing keep on going. And of course, if you have your own staff who are capable of doing so, you can actually ask them to do it for you and report back the results. And then there's the part that I actually go to my mom's place. Well, I'm not the only one in my family, so it's important to keep up the contact and communication with my siblings. So usually when it comes to, let's call it the social appointments, that's where I get in the picture. And when it comes to the financial stuff and the business stuff, it's my brother, because he's the eldest one in the family, and I'm the youngest one, so that might explain things. But you know, some things he's better at and other things I'm better at. So getting back to keeping the normal, or better said, keeping sane, because that's what it actually is. After 4 days, I am starting to be focused more on my own priorities. So because of the numerous appointments we really had to make and stuff we had to go through, I hadn't been able to go to my physical therapist like I normally do on Tuesday, because we really had to go through stuff and get things done, because you need to send out invitations before the funeral actually is. And people need to have time in order to arrange time off from work or whatever they're doing in order to get there. And well, quite honestly, it also gives us a little time to process it. Although I have to admit, I'm the only one who goes daily to the morgue to see my mom. She's lying in this nice room. It's like, yeah, maybe this is not the best comparison, but it reminds me a little bit of a hotel room. You know, you enter the room and then there are the couches and there's the coffee machine, and then you step into the next chamber in the next room. And well, that's where she is lying basically. And nowadays it's surrounded by flowers, which is kind of nice to see. It's nice to see the cards and what they've written on it. So getting back to it, yeah, I have to sort out stuff, and not just me. my brother and my sister are doing the same thing. I'm a little bit closer, so that's why I like to go there every day, and sometimes I stay till very late at night. But I also realize that it's important to have time to myself. But going back to the question of, is it possible as a business owner to keep working? Well, I believe it is, and I also believe that it's good. But I also believe that you won't be able to go full force, and that's not what you want to. I mean, when I attend meetings, to a degree, I'm there, and for the most part, I'm not. I'll be honest. I'll listen in, and I'll give my opinion on certain things, but if I see that it's just going on, then I might step away too. And unless I hear something that's really worthwhile mentioning, or saying, oh, that's good what you've done, or when I'm really missing something, which has to do with accountability, then I might pitch in. And it's a little bit weird because normally I'm pretty much in the forefront, and so I'm actually glad that I'm in a group now where there are two who don't mind leading the group. So it's me and another person. His name is Dylan, and well, it's awesome because he just keeps on going, and I suppose he's used to doing so, and so am I. And what I've noticed lately is that I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before, but I knew that I needed to stay in the vibe. We had this event last weekend, which started on Thursday and which ended on Sunday night, which is exactly why I didn't go visit my mom. But it was an awesome event, and I learned a lot. And one of the things I did was I asked the people from the event, not the one who organized it, but the participants, if there were people out there who wanted to form a group with me, like an accountability group. Fortunately for me, there were, and now there are 4 of us, and we were on the calls for 3 nights. Well, for me, it's really in the middle of the night. And now we get together at least once a week. So that's good. And it was nice to be able to reach out to people and say, okay, I lost my focus because of everything that's going on. So help me out there. So whereas I did have my focus for the clients who really needed me, I lost a little bit of my own focus, and it was nice to get the support from the people to get me back where I left off again, and also seeing them doing their own stuff was really inspirational. And so I'm in a number of groups. And the cool thing is that there's so much support going on. And, so people really, literally they support me when I share my story. And sometimes it's just sharing the story in the chat, just putting down a few lines, and people will respond to that. And also what really helped me was putting a picture on Facebook with, I believe there was like 1 sentence or 2 short sentences about that struggle had ended for my mom, which I still am very, very grateful for. And, I guess I took the time it was okay to take that time to actually go through those messages. It really helps. So going back to how does that work as a business owner? Because if you wouldn't be a business owner and you would be an employee working for a business, then I could guarantee you would take the time off because normally you're not able to focus fully on it. So the question then becomes, what's different as a business owner compared to when you actually are the one who has a boss? And I guess it takes a special breed to be a business owner. I dare say that most of us work more than the average person. Then again, and that's something I believe in too, a business owner, if you played well, you are not supposed to be working from sunrise till sunset. You know, the goal is basically that you have more time to yourself. And one of the things that I still believe that all of us need to do as business owners, keep growing. And that's what I've been focusing on this week, to stay connected to those peers so I can still keep growing. And yeah, I probably have to rewatch all the sessions because for one, my mind wasn't there all the time. But other than that, I had to step away regularly for phone calls to talk about stuff. What are we going to do? What are we not going to do? But I did tell other people, listen, when I'm on one of those phone calls, as in Zoom calls, then I'm not available for any conversation, whatever. So I might have been available for my siblings at the same house. But say, for instance, when it comes to the pastor, to the church, I told him, I want to come, I want to discuss it with you, but I'm not going to do it before this meeting is over. And I'm not going to do it really early either, because I need my beauty sleep. And in this case, it's not just a beauty sleep, it's getting my energy back again. But yeah, if I could advise something, then it is stay in touch with peers and stay in touch with the people within your company, and stay in touch if needed with the clients who really need you. And of course, if you can delegate it, then stay in touch with the employees who are doing so. And just know what's going on. And again, it doesn't have to be long, maybe like 10 minutes a day, but be sure to check in and have that be the lifeline to hold on to the normal. Because I really look forward to this time of the day, which is not necessarily about my clients, but it is about the more strategic part, as in what do I want my business to be like in the future, and how I'm going to accomplish it. And yeah, I believe it's actually pretty much fun to do so. And it's also rewarding when you work with the right people and they are enthusiastic and they actually really ask you the right questions. And of course, it's nice when I'm doing to do the same thing, so return the favor. Well, that's it for day 5. There's another short video which I recorded when I left the house, but this one was specifically about you as business owner. How do you deal with it? And Of course, if you have a very different opinion, I would really like to hear it. And if you agree, I would like to hear that too. And if you're going to try it, then I would absolutely say do so. And again, try to stay connected to the normal, to the business as usual, because you need that lifeline, and you don't want to find out that after the funeral is gone and all that other stuff, that you've fallen that much behind on everything, that it's going to cost you to get back to where you left off. See you again tomorrow, and don't forget, like and subscribe.